That's right. 57 pounds, 10 ounces. Now, that's a bit of a blast from the past. That fish was caught a couple years ago by Captain Billy Driesen, but it's worth another look. What a massive fish. He caught that way up into Sacramento near Chico. The fish was on a spawning flat. He caught it in early April, I think on April 6th. The water was 6-7 feet deep. There were a couple snags there. It was a sandy bottom, and the fish had immediate access to deep water. It grabbed a glide bait in the evening. It was caught at 6:30 at night, so in April, you know, that's got to be near dark. And I guess Captain Billy catches a lot of big fish like that. He safely released it after the photo. And I know a guy who's fished with him, and they told me he is an absolute joy to fish with. He is a hoot. It's a lot of fun. I don't know how to get a hold of Captain Billy, but obviously if you want to catch a big striper, he's one of the top sticks to go with. That's kind of his specialty. He doesn't keep any fish, and he catches some real monsters. That fish was 57 pounds, 10 ounces. It was 46 inches long, and it had a girth of 32 inches, so it was as big around as a man, which is kind of interesting to me, the variations in weight. My wife several years ago caught a 46.5-inch fish, but it didn't weigh nearly as much. It only weighed into the mid 40s, I believe. So big variation in the weights on these fish. And that's another thing. You know, my wife caught her fish in San Francisco Bay, and most people think you're going to catch a really big striper in the Delta or in the Bay or maybe on the coastal beaches. But in reality, it seems like most of the really big stripers are in our river systems. The American, Feather, Yuba, upper reaches of the Sacramento. There's a lot of food up there, you know, and those fish, you know, they live a secluded, safe life up there, and they get really, really big. But they're really tough to catch, unless you're Captain Billy and you know the ropes. Kind of moving on. Let's take one more look at that striper, but let's talk about the current striper fishing scene. Delta striper fishing, it is July, but the fishing is surprisingly good. Captain David Hammond is out there. He is trolling deep runners, shallow runners, mostly deep runners, and got a mosquito in my arm. He's catching a lot of fish right now. He's catching limits, and he's catching some very big fish. So if you wanna scratch that striper itch, you know, don't forget about going out to the Delta. It's a good time. It's warm out there. Get out there early, work the tides, move around, find the fish, and you know, you could troll for them. You could throw the small plastic swim baits for them, you know, work some pipes. It's just a good time. Most guys think there's no striper fishing in the Delta in the middle of the summer, but that's not true. There's always fish filtering down the system from up above, especially in a high water year like this. So if you haven't hit the Delta in a while, that's definitely an option. There's some nice fish to be had. Anyhow, that's it for this Friday. I'm Kel Kellogg's day after 4th of July. Things are pretty slow here on YouTube, but I thought I'd just reach out to you folks. Anyway, I'll catch you real soon, and we'll be talking fishing. This is Kel Kellogg. I'm signing off. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down there. You guys have a great weekend.